So, this is a non-narrative film. It is something completely different because I don't think anyone's done Super 8 yet. It feels smooth if I do say so myself. It's based on a revolving poem, obviously, Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. It involves lots of silhouettes and lots of towers and trees and interesting things, which in turn involves shadows. It involves a quest for where the sidewalk ends. It involves a detour on the way to where the sidewalk ends. It involves discoveries on the route to this metaphorical ending of the sidewalk. It involves diligence in the quest to arrive at this place. The stranger who comes to town is the I think it's the voice that narrates the story. Features an unwanted visitor because some may think he is an unwanted visitor. Involves a rumor that the children, they know where the sidewalk ends.
You could have said that creepier.
Yeah, no, the children, they know. Get in here. Get in here, Amy. Alright, involves rise and fall. A lot of shaky camera movements. I think that's rise and fall. Involves a split reel because there's multiple things going on at the same time. It involves a trick because that's my trick, basically, for the movie. Involves a split personality because often these different shots have different personalities, which may cause some psychological torment and some misunderstanding. And a fall from grace on my part, because often people will have no idea what the hell this movie is about. It involves intermissions briefly between the stanzas of the poem and the sections of the film. It involves a search for freedom, because that's where the sidewalk ends. It involves a chase, because you're chasing the end of the sidewalk. It features a lot of towers, and symbolic towers as well as literal towers, which are harbingers of doom in an urban wasteland. It involves hesitance, because the narrator hesitates a lot when looking for the end of the sidewalk. It involves a journey, obviously. Features a movie star, because the voice is actually my uncle, who has been in multiple movies. A father figure is also the narrator. Involves the grind, because you're on the grind of looking for the end of the sidewalk. Regards partnership and brotherhood in the quest for the end of the sidewalk. It involves a Sisyphean task, because sometimes it feels like it's going on for way too long. Involves a discovery, because you finally discover like the lock and the key and all these weird symbols that you can interpret in like 70 different ways. Involves a challenge to discover where the sidewalk ends. Involves a treasure on the route. The bird and the lock are all like symbols of treasure and stuff. Involves a quest to find the end of the sidewalk. It is at the beach, because some of it is shot at the beach. Involves lost in a strange land. A lot of this was shot in strange lands of San Francisco. Regards divorce, because sometimes the audience is divorced from the meaning that I intended for the film. It's a very weird result. It includes emotional disconnect in this divorce from meaning. Involves imprisonment because of the lock and the fence ending. Regards ambition to reach the end of the sidewalk. Involves rise and fall because of my good old shaky camera movements. Lack of free will to find, because the narrator is telling the audience what to do, so you don't have any free will, you're trying to find it. Regards solitude, because you're ultimately alone in your quest for the end of the sidewalk. Involves a dream, because the idea for this movie actually came to me in a dream, which is not as weird as it sounds. Involves a cliffhanger, because you don't actually know if they found the end of the sidewalk. It's about a search for freedom, because the end of the sidewalk is a symbol of freedom. Involves diligence in this quest for the end of the sidewalk. Involves polar opposites, because some of the shots that I show are completely opposite in meaning or interpretation from one another. The father figure is the narrator who's trying to lead you in your quest to the end of the sidewalk. Involves a discovery at the end. Regards no place like home, because there's no place like the place where I shot this film, which is home. And that it involves love, because I love that place and stuff. So, the end.